It's your brother Kashakwala coming back at you with another lesson in the spirit, giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai by Shem Chakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule and teach well. Peace of salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. All right, so this lesson is it's gonna be pretty much how to set your goals or whatnot. Really, it's gonna be a tip on how to keep Second Peter 1:5 to the best of your ability. Because you could take this and run with it, how, and mold it and how it will fit in your day to day life. Not every brother's the same, so this particular script is going to affect. It's going to affect a brother in a different manner than it would another. One second here. It's going to affect another brother in a different manner than what it would the next brother, if you see what I'm saying. So first and foremost, let me just read this really quickly. I'm probably going to do from verse 5 to 7. It says, and besides, 2 Peter 1:5 says, and besides this, given all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and virtue knowledge, and to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience godliness. It says, and to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity. All right, so I have a little article here. It said pretty much the title of it is Set Your Goals and Make Them Happen. All right, so reason I got this article out and it's named Set Your Goals and Make Them Happen is because really these adjectives that are listed in 2 Peter 1:5 are actually goals that that you should add to your spirit. Okay, these are actual goals that you should be adding to your spirit. So diligence, all right, it's an adjective. Day one, you just can't just automatically just be this ultimate diligent individual. It's a process to becoming diligent. It's consistency that you have to keep. Okay, so let's just go through diligence. All right, figure out what you want to be diligent in. Okay, so let's read number one. So where to start? Decide. So I'm gonna read this pretty quickly. It says think of something you want to do or work towards. It doesn't matter what, as long as it's something you want to do. Ideally, something you're interested in or feel excited about. It should be something you want to do for its own sake, not for something or someone else. It can be a big thing or a small thing. Sometimes it's easier to get going with something small, and if often helps, and it often helps if it's something that's just a little bit beyond what you are currently can do. Goals that stretch can be motivating. All right, and that's true. So just sitting here starting with diligence in 2 Peter 1:5, think of something that you want to be diligent in. If it's your lessons that you want to be diligent in, let's start with that. Okay, let's start with doing, just as an example, um, if you haven't been that hot when it comes to your lessons, let's start with doing a lesson every other day. All right, which every other day there's seven days in a week. So if you're doing one every other day, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, you done 4 lessons that week. Okay, let's start with that. And then the next week, add a lesson. So you do Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. Now you've done 5 lessons in that week. And you just keep adding to that. Okay? That's how you become diligent when you start building your consistency with things. Okay? And then once you build that consistency, um, it will start becoming second nature, is what they say to you. You see what I'm saying? And then your diligence is established, or you have a good, you've broken the ground to diligence, if you see what I'm saying. All right. So let's go to the next thing. It says write it down. It says carefully. Writing down. Well, matter of fact, let me go back to the decide here because there's some good stuff that was said. So It said ideally something you're interested in or feel excited by. So this truth you should be a little enthusiastic or have some enthusiasm with this truth, because you should know that this is something that is going to save your life. I was about to say potentially, which me personally, I don't think I would be wrong for saying the word potentially. The scriptures say, for many are called, but few are chosen. So many have the potential, but doesn't mean they fulfill that potential. So this truth can potentially get you saved. The scriptures say, let no man take your crown. A lot of people out here are going to let their crown get taken, if you see what I'm saying. So just to stay optimistic or very positive, really, this truth is, something you should be enthusiastic about, because it is something that will get you saved. All right. So it says it should be something you want to do or for its own sake, not for something or someone. So the scriptures say you work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. So if you want to become diligent with something in the spirit, that's for you. Don't do it to be seen from other brothers to get recognition or this, that, and the third. Do it for you. I did a lesson not too long ago. What are you really on this earth to do? Pretty much is what I was asking in that lesson. We're on this earth to fear the Most High and keep the commandments. And if one of the commandments that we have to do is to do at least 3 videos a week, if really should be doing one every day, then do it. You know what I'm saying? Do what you're intended to do. Do what your sole purpose on this planet Earth is to do, is to push the name of the Lord and seek out for the elect so we can get the hell up out of here. That is our mission, okay? You should want to do that for your own sake, okay? It says it can be a big thing or small thing, which is facts. Usually you get the ball roll. It's called a snowball effect. You start with a little snowball that's a hand size, and you roll it down a hill, and it becomes a big ass, avalanche. I don't know, whatever. So you do start with something small, but kick it into gear. Let that be your catalyst into actually becoming diligent. So it says, add to your faith virtue, and virtue knowledge. So it says, add to your faith virtue. All right, so here's the word virtue.
Strong's G703, arete. Arete.
All right, so virtuous course of thought. It says feeling and action. Virtue, it says moral goodness. All right, so you're adding to your faith good morality. All right, simple and plain as that. All right, so let's go to the next thing, how you can apply these adjectives that are spoken in Peter to your everyday life. So of course, you set your goal. You set things that you want to do. All right, even in your decision to become more diligent, make sure that decision is good morals as well, which is the virtue. So write it down carefully. Writing down your goals increase your chance of sticking with them. Now, let me say this. Do it how you need to do it. These are just tips to really, like I said earlier, you have to find a catalyst for yourself. But really, this lesson is a catalyst for any of your brothers who watch this video. It's a catalyst to get you jump started to do something. This is an encouragement type video, I guess you could say, epistle that I'm doing here. So if writing it down is good for you, good. If voice noting is good for you, good. If your memory is adequate enough just to remember the things you want to do, go off your memory, but do what works for you. But at the end of the day, you got to do some type of action, okay? Let's go back to that word virtue real quick, okay? Let's go back to that word virtue. And what did it say in the word virtue? It says feeling and action, okay? So you have to act on these things. You can't just think of it and be like, yep, I thought about it. Well, fucking do something about it too. It's just like when you read in James, just loosely paraphrasing that script where it talked about, pretty much faith without works is dead. So pretty much an individual comes up to an individual and says, I'm cold, I need clothing. And you say, go and believe in the Lord, you'll be warm. If you don't give that man a jacket, You see what I'm saying? Pretty much that's what that script was saying. Give that man a jacket, okay? Act on it, all right? So it says carefully writing down your goals increases the chances of sticking with them. Write down how you will know you've reached your goals and when you'd like to have achieved it by. So I'm not going to read all this right now, but a good example of writing it down is when you're working out, okay? Because there's something, I'm not here to boast or brag, but I've been working out. I'm in my 30s. I've damn near been working out 20 years of my life. So I think I have a little bit of clue on what to do in the gym. You see what I'm saying? Um, and one thing I used to do was I would write down my progression. And also, too, in high school and in college, we would go off percentages. All right. So you would, day one of off season, right? We would go in and max out. Say I maxed out on bench press at 300 pounds or whatever. Okay. Then our strength conditioning coach would give us a printout of our workout that was specified or pretty much made off of the maxes that we did in squat and bench and hang clean, power clean, all those things. And he would give us the percentage of what we do each day. So it would be 5 sets in the percentage of that 300-pound max I did for bench press or something. You see what I'm saying? So pretty much you'll have 5 sets. Set 1 would be 30% of your max. Set 2 would be 35% of your max. Set 3 would be 40% of your max. Then set 5 would be, by the time you're done with those sets, you're really warm. And by the time you hit set 5, you're ready to do some heavy weight because now your muscles are warmed up. And it might be 75% of your max for set 5, repping it out 5 times. You see what I'm saying? But we write that down to progress we write that down to track our progression. Something called progressive overload. All right? So if you go in the gym and you don't write your stuff down, I'm not trying to make this into a workout lesson, but just trying to make the best example. You go to the gym and you don't write your things down. How do you know what you did the week before? How do you know if you should be adding weight or if you're adding too much weight? You see what I'm saying? So it's good to write down, you know what I'm saying? Or just to track your goals. And if you do that by writing down voice notes or by memory, however it works for you, do it that way. And that's how you get your diligence and your virtue with good morality. And virtue, again, is the action. So you're putting it to action. All right, let's go to the next verse. Verse 6, it says, in knowledge, temperance. Okay, so you added knowledge to your virtue. You've added, let's get the word knowledge real quick.
Strong's G 1108. Gnosis. Gnosis.
Gnosis, and it just simply is understanding. Okay, more wisdom. All right, so you're adding to your actions or your moral goodness understanding. Okay, so you built the consistency to build your diligence and whatever you chose that you want to be diligent in, and then you made sure the thing you want to be diligent in is virtuous, meaning of good morality. And now you're trying to build the consistency and the good morality. You're adding the understanding to the thing you chose that you want to be consistent and diligent in that has good morality. Now it says into your knowledge, temperance. Now, this is where the balance comes in because that's what temperance is. It's controlling one's lust or desires towards something. Okay, maybe you wanted to do your lessons and you wanted to be diligent in your lessons. You made your lessons very knowledgeable, very, it's morally good, things of that nature. You've been consistent with it. Now, don't be so stuck on stupid, you could say, with only doing lessons and forgetting to read, forgetting to fast, forgetting to pray. You see what I'm saying? Still have a balance and have the temperance to understand that you need to deliberate your energy into all these other aspects of the spirit as well. So let's continue. It says, into temperance, patience. Patience is a form of suffering. Okay. All right. So let's go to the next thing. Tell someone. All right. Telling someone we know about our goals also seem to increase the likelihood that we will stick at them. Now, telling someone here, we're going to do this in the spirit. You can talk to a brother about your goal. That's fine and dandy. But really, who you want to tell, that's the praying part. You tell the Lord. You ask him for the diligence. You ask him for all the temperance and things of that nature. You come with him with a request. All right. That's who you really want to tell. All right. Keep going. It says, break your goal down. Exactly. That's what we're doing right now. See, Second Peter, if you want to establish a goal, whatever it is, whether it be in the spirit, whether it be in the gym, you want to get, you want to have a better relationship with your rib. Second Peter 1:5 really is the key to do good in anything that you do. Real talk. The scriptures say, whatever you find to do, do it with all your might. All your might is including all this that we're reading right here in Second Peter. All your might includes you being diligent, faithful, virtue, knowledgeable, good temperance, patient, godliness. That is included with all the might that you put your hand to do. So if you get in a relationship with a woman, be a good husband. If you have a dog, be a good owner. If you're in the gym, do your best. You see what I'm saying? So you can get the results that you're seeking for in this truth. If you want to be better, a better spiritual, more spiritual individual, do your best in the truth. Put all these adjectives in the truth. Lessons, reading, studying, all this, brotherly, all, you get my drift. All right. So break your goal down. Okay. So number 5, plan your step. All right. Plan your first step. You keep, sometimes having that attitude of Nike, just do it, isn't always, the best plan of action. Sometimes it is. Don't get me wrong. When you're lackadaisical or you procrastinating, get your ass up and just do it. And you finally done started somewhere. Now you can start planning something once you get the shit moving. But if you're an individual who knows you're about to do this, try to plan your first step. All right. Matter of fact, that makes me think of this. If I can find it, I know. There we go. I know Elder Aratazah here in Atlanta likes to bring this out. It says, ponder the path of thy feet and let all thy ways be established. And I see why he loves bringing this out, because that is setting up or planning your first step. Okay. It says, keep going. That's the diligent part. And then once you hit your goals, you can celebrate. But in this sense, it's not finished. You ever seen that one video or that one clip interview from Kobe when he was in the finals? They were up 2-0. They're like, you're up 2-0. You don't want to celebrate? He's like, for what? The job's not done. We're not finished. What is there to celebrate for? This is a 7-game series. We're only up 2-0. We got 2 more games to win. The job's not done. And if y'all haven't seen that clip of Kobe, go watch that. So, I mean, there are some internal celebrations that you can do, because the scriptures say, let him, pretty much loosely paraphrasing. Let me try to find that. Like a man rejoicing in himself. It's not off the top of my dome right now, so I don't want to spend too much time trying to find it. It's not at the top of my, tongue, Salakia Akim. But if a brother knows what that verse is, it's pretty much, a man can rejoice within himself. All right. There's nothing wrong with rejoicing in yourself. So, having joy with yourself. All right. So there is some times where you can celebrate, So let me finish out 2 Peter 1:7. It says, into godliness, brotherly kindness, and brotherly kindness, charity, because charity covereth the multitude of sins. It's one of the best things you can ever do is be charitable. So Lord willing, this is edifying, and Lord willing, this is a little better understanding of how you can really keep 2 Peter 1 verses 5 through 7. Add this to your daily regimen, you could say. So Lord willing, this is edifying, giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Chakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. Till the next time, I say shalom. And like always, repent, for Yahweh Shai is coming back sooner than what me and you believed. Shalom.